Ashkeepers Legacy is a real tabletop RPG show for adults who choose to never grow up. But that does mean our shenanigans may not be appropriate for younger viewers and listeners. From colorful words to emotional highs and lows to fart and phallic jokes, we will hit it all. So please enjoy responsibly, like coffee or beer or buying dice. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back, friends and fellow gamers, to Detention Gaming! This is episode 15 of Ashkeepers Legacy. We are so happy to be back!
As you haven't noticed.
Yeah. And welcome to our new set. Thank you for your patience during our extended break. We've been working very hard behind the scenes, as you can see, for your viewing pleasure. So, in case you haven't missed in our previous announcements, we are down 2 players. We thank the both of you for the time and energy you devoted in helping us with everything involving the stream and the campaign. They will be missed, and we wish them the best. As far as their characters are concerned, Hecate has been taken her leave through magical means to return to Strixhaven for the next term of school, and Shada has, with more and more divine intervention and manifestations, has left on a second pilgrimage to Waterdeep from the Warrior's Grove for further enlightenment. So, now comes an exciting reveal. I cannot wait to share with you all. All right, the players don't even know what's about to happen. So, I need the 4 of you to close your eyes. I'm going to hand you something. You cannot open your eyes until I say open your eyes, okay?
Wait, okay.
I have to get them all out and ready.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
You know we all have anxiety,
No.
right?
I'm handing you a piece of paper.
That says you're dead.
No.
They're new character sheets.
Okay, here, pass this to Ollie somehow with your eyes closed carefully. Don't try not to forget. Pass this one to David. Very carefully, very gentle like. All right. And then this one is yours. There's that one, and this one is
How did I
yours.
know you were talking to me?
Okay.
Okay.
Because I had a piece of paper in
Hey,
your hand.
stop.
Mhm.
Is mine upside down?
Is mine
Yep,
upside down?
yours is upside down. Ollie's yours is upside down. Wait, David, yours is backwards. Yours is also upside down.
Me?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
You good?
Yours is upside. No,
Okay, is
now
this-
it's sideways.
Is this correct?
It's other way, 90 degrees. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm pointing at you guys. Kids, Ollie's yours is backwards.
Hamburger hot dog, dog.
Perfect. Okay, you're good. Okay, ready? Open your eyes in 3, 2, 1.
This is sick.
Shit. That's dope.
Good.
So custom character art commissions done by a local artist named Roon. Thank
The
you,
frame
Roon.
piece.
Thank
Thank you.
They come in variants. I have another variant with a wooded background that is not the color.
We're framing these.
So
Yeah.
these will be up, and these will be on the stream to show for you guys. We have digital copies of these for y'all to see.
You
So y'all may not see them good on the stream right now, but we will do the editing.
When I roleplay tonight, I'm just gonna be like, okay.
Yeah. But they are done in the art style of the Legend of Oxmock.
I know, Sam.
Yeah.
Yes. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
That's
Holy
it.
crap.
We
So
can
yeah,
do it
thank
now.
you, Roon, for going above and beyond. These are killer, badass character commissions. We'll put Roon's information in the link down in the description. If y'all want to inquire for commissions or other art that's Roon can do, their capabilities are far beyond this. So please check them out and support them as a local artist. Thank you again. We love them. Thank you, Roon.
Thank you.
Killed it. If you enjoy our content, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell. Bless you. We greatly appreciate it. Now our content is expected to resume regularly, same time, same place, Saturdays on our YouTube channel. So stay tuned for more D&D shenanigans. Bless you.
There's gonna be like
She's
12 more.
going to do this 17 times. So
Yeah.
just, I'll put a counter in the bottom corner.
No,
Do it.
Count all the sneezes.
Do it.
Don't be a coward.
We are very eager. We're very eager to dive right back into the story. So without further delay, I'm going to recap and we are going to jump right back into the story. For us, it's been a while. So for y'all, it's probably been, what, a week since episode 14? This is 15. We're on 15. Yes. So you all return from the underground adventure, saving Lord Commander Kodlak safely until the grove has been covered in the first snowfall of the winter season. Those of you that were injured were seen by Valteri, the most experienced healer in the grove and the infirmary. You were then set loose. You were surprised to find a feast in the tavern for your honor. A familiar male satyr was running the bar, Conatum's father, and uncle to the rest of you, Pandemonium, a founder of the guild. You learned of recent incidents in the grove, or he had learned of recent incidents in the grove, bringing concern, and explained that he came to check on you all and make sure everything was okay, which pulled him away from his attention that was needed in the Feywild, but obviously your safety and the grove's well-being being kind of a priority, even for an archfey like your uncle / dad. And after conversations and drinks, you reassured him that things were well, and now that the threat is no more, and you've retrieved the stolen magic item that was taken from the safe and has once again been placed under lock and key for safekeeping under the guild in a new secret location, and that has been moved from where it previously was in the Undergrove. After revelry, you found rest in your beds or somewhere in the tavern if you were too drunk to find a way to a bed. So we awaken on a new day in the Grove with a slight snowfall, a gentle breeze. The denizens of the Grove go about their day. The trees are bare or covered in snow with icicles, the ground covered in the fresh kind of powdered snowfall. Everyone has donned layers or added pelts. And yeah, you all wake up wherever you fell asleep. So I know it's been a while, but where did you all kind of crash after partying the night before? If we can remember a ways back.
Come probably go to the tavern. Not alone.
Okay. No, yeah.
What does that mean?
If you want to elaborate on that,
I need some
was there
elaboration.
someone
That was
sleeping
very-
with you, or are there other drunks?
His race is known for coining the term horny. Just saying.
Okay.
I just want to know who in the grove.
Exactly.
So do I.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
I'm not gonna say it just because I want to know.
Okay.
Honor touched one of my sisters.
I was going to say, how are they not sisters?
Honor even.
Honor even.
Honor even.
Is this here? Let's do this. Message me who you want it to be, and then we'll figure it out. And this will be something on the DL, and then if it comes up later, we'll get into it.
Alright.
Because if you're keeping this a secret from the rest of your companions, you totally have the liberty to do that. You respect your privacy.
If it is my sister, you better fucking tell me.
I'm just getting like vibes when Chandler kissed one of Joey's sisters.
Is it one of us at the table? I
knows?
No.
Why? Is there a possibility that it's one of us at the
I
table?
have no idea.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
I love that we opened up this episode and dude was like, fucking grenade right off the bat.
Right off the bat. We're already spiraling.
Mhm. Cool. Yeah. But the rest of you, so you're passed out in one of the rooms of the tavern or the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. The rest of you, where are you awakening?
I actually think, considering the circumstance, I probably actually would have gone home for like the first time in a while.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Full house, siblings everywhere.
I'm gonna try and sneak out.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
So go ahead and make a stealth check. I'll lower the passive DC of this. The only one who would probably be worried about you sneaking out is Yolanda.
Well, does everyone like now know that I lost a night?
No, I don't know. Let's roll for that.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check to sneak home after your party.
Ooh, dirty 20.
You are drunk.
Dirty 20. Ooh, that's a fair point. Fair argument.
What?
So
Roll
go
again.
ahead and roll again. Take a lower number for being drunk.
15.
Okay. Surprisingly, you are not noticed as you stumble in the door at the late hours. You think everyone is asleep and has just taken to bed early. And
Okay.
you manage to get to your room and like close the door. And there's just kind of that sigh of relief that you've made it and no one has caught you sneaking back in from partying that night. And then you wake up in the morning and you can hear the footfalls of others going around. You hear your siblings screaming and running and like playing tag in the hallways. And you could distantly hear the booming voice of Yolanda thundering through the house. And, again, your family just hustle and bustle, big house, lots of people coming and going.
Yeah, I'm still gonna try and sneak out.
So go ahead and make another stealth check for me. This time, no disadvantage.
12.
12. You creak open the door, step into the hallway. You see some movement, but it's one of your younger siblings running away from you. Runs down the hallway. You can hear some shouting. You sneak down the other way, hit the stairwell, kind of gets to the main stairwell where the door is, I imagine, and kind of like the entryway that goes into the living room. You can hear voices and people talking like you hear your mom down there. And you creep down the steps and you see them there. They don't see you, and you manage to just kind of sneak your way out the front door and clear the house and go unnoticed.
Whew,
So
guys.
you successfully stealth out of the house. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Who's next? Oh, the two remain.
I probably went to the Onassis den because I think last we left I had abruptly left the tavern, used my sending stone, and then walked off into the night. I think I would have ended up at the Onassis den, and I've woken in probably my mom's room because I think my room there would have been like a kid's room.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've probably taken over the primary bedroom.
Okay.
And just am getting ready for my day, but just in stark silence.
Okay. Cool. Last but not least.
On the rooftop of the tavern.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You just kind of wake up and make a Constitution saving throw for me, actually. You slept there all night. Great. No, I love it. Uh-huh.
9.
You do gain a point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
You wake up and you are covered in about 2 inches of snow and you are freezing cold.
Okay.
So you wake up and the snow falls off of you and you're still relatively bundled up, but you can't feel your face. You fell asleep drunk and the snow just settled on top of you and you look around and some birds kind of go flying away in the treetops nearby the roof and you look down and see people going about the grove and there isn't sunlight. It was just the snow clouds above and the snowfall. It's peaceful, but you are freezing cold right now.
I try and get up, can't feel my legs, and I stumble down into a pile of snow.
Yeah.
And kind of shuffle my way in for coffee by the fire.
Cool. Yeah. You shuffle in and again, you're numb and it's a stinging pain almost. And it's you're fighting frostbite is essentially what's happening. You walk in as soon as the heat and the warmth of the Fate's End Tavern hits you. You kind of feel that relief a little bit. You kind of feel that numbness slowly beginning to fade away. It's probably gonna take a few minutes, like being by a fire and like warming up your body again. Like you're shaking, even though you're inside.
Cool.
But yeah, cool. So I'd say, is there anything anyone would like to do in the morning before gathering at the tavern? Your meeting locale.
No.
No?
No.
No, no. Okay. Cool. So you all gather, you make your way through the snow into the tavern one by one. You're already there, so the rest of you, let's go ahead and roll.
I'm already there.
You're already there too. So you pop out of a room.
Are you stealthing?
Nope.
Okay, you pop
I
out
can't
of a room.
jump.
Is your guest stealthing?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's not up to me. But tell me what I actually do.
I'm
because
genuinely terrified.
you should be.
I am also genuinely terrified.
Actually, what Tom would do first thing in the morning would be get up. He goes to the mirror, kind of gets dressed, goes to the mirror that's behind him. Bar as gas up, that is a bay crossing between his gas bar and one of the other gas bars.
Mm-hmm.
Pops back to the Feywild real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Grabs his bunch of beer and pops out.
Okay.
Now he's got a fur line where Jack now fur line. So I'm like, okay,
All right.
better. Sam, what's food? Go to the kitchen.
Okay, Vivian, your passive perception is a 10.
Yes.
Okay. A conatum. Okay. When you come off the roof, actually before you even get in the tavern, you are like there in the pile of stone, you're freezing cold and go inside. You don't see it, but you hear a window open. And the person that you spent a night with discreetly leaves through that window, having the ability to do so. So Tom comes out of the room, no one following suit.
Okay.
But you're warming up now, you're fighting that off that exhaustion, which will take a long rest, another long rest to cure. You come out, you kind of like go adjust one of the mirrors, go and like kind of phase through it. There's like that rippling water effect as you go through it, and there's like a flash of green energy. And you're kind of sitting there and you're like, what the fuck? And then eventually the remaining two of you, I'll say, kind of in tandem, make your way into the tavern. And you can kind of begin to smell the scent of Sam's cooking as mighty breakfast is being cooked in the back, food brought out, all manner of morning drinks, be it coffee, cocoa, fresh water, ice or not, juices. But yeah, you all kind of eventually sit down at the table, and I think everyone's fairly hungover. Everyone drank from the revelries prior, so everyone's rather hungover. You're a little sleepy, still groggy.
Tell just going to take some food back to the room.
Okay.
See, person's not there. Try to cook.
Do we notice that he just like tried to like sneak food?
He did not even try to sneak.
You see him do it.
Is Tom feeding his room?
Is your room alive?
It's Tom.
The person who was in there was.
You lost your virginity last night?
I just like
That's not way back.
sit in my car.
So who? Who would sleep with you?
What would you like to know?
I mean, just out of pure curiosity. I need to like give them a medal.
Again, not me with the right place to say.
Kissing and telling is bad.
I want to do like an insight so bad.
On what? If he's telling the truth or not?
I just want to see if he's being like purposely shifty, like avoiding the question.
I mean, you don't need an inside check for that.
Latent fear.
It's latent fear.
Yeah.
Big brother mode activated.
Yeah. Yeah. No insight check needed. I mean, Tom seems genuine in his response and is being rather elusive yet defensive on the topic in respect of him and whomever's privacy. So.
Finally, keep your secrets.
It's okay to be jealous, Armand.
Whoa!
Not hey, not or Tom. First dollar of 2025.
Yes. Yeah.
It's always me too.
Yeah. It's okay. Pan was in the Grove.
Yeah.
Technically yesterday in game, so yeah.
I think it's honorable.
I mean, yeah, but I'm curious. Because of why?
Be kind to Tom.
Okay. Yeah, you're all just sitting around the table eating.
Do we off above table?
Yeah.
Do we know at this point that Heck and Shada are not joining us? Like,
Mhm.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. I just wanted to make sure.
We'll say that like I'd say like the partying probably took like it was more than just a night.
Yeah.
You guys probably like spent maybe another day, if not two, like still celebrating people coming in and out of the Grove and congratulating you, and you definitely earned a temporary leave from your guard duties. So.
Cool.
In training, so you enjoyed some time off, and then they took their leave. They did bid you, you as your characters, all good farewell, and then had to rush off and understand moving forward that it is now just the four of you,
cool,
in the posse. Yeah. As you are all sitting and eating breakfast, there is a flash of movement coming out of the doors to Fate's End Tavern as the door comedically kind of like, it's one of those like knob turn open doors, but it opens and crashes against the wall and like reverberates back closed.
Oh god.
As
Oh my god, the
you see, the wind comes with it. As you see a stout halfling individual that you all actually know, because this person has been working in the Grove for many years now. His name is Sprout. Sprout is the local courier here in the Grove, and he's just kind of like the mailman, right? He's just kind of running in. He's wearing a bunch of pelts and like a big furred hood, and he has like a kind of blondish facial hair that comes down, and he has like a half an eyebrows missing from a really bad scar, and he comes sprinting in. He said, "Good morning. Hi. I have." Yeah, no. Yeah, I know. I got in the lungs. Yeah, it's good. Here, I have these for you. Here you go.
Oh my
Hell, Tom.
Why?
Mail. Yes, and with them, I think you're supposed to open and read those before you open these. So here, one for each of you. Here you go. Take, here you go. Yeah. Okay. I got other stuff to deliver. So, again, open and read the letters, and then, open the thingy. Was told not to tell you who it was from. You'll know, I guess. All right. See you around. And Sprout literally sprints out the door, and it has like a bag crammed with other letters and parchment and things. But yeah, so y'all can go ahead and read them. Yeah.
Do you want us to read it aloud?
Yes, if you do not mind, if someone would want. If you would like me to read it aloud, I can read it aloud in the voice of the character who wrote it.
Yes.
Yeah. Do that.
And try someone with a full tongue is reading it.
That's full time.
Where's my copy? My copy.
Do you need to borrow a copy?
No, I have an extra copy for myself. It's right here somewhere in my papers. Here it is. Cool. So the guild brooch, you see the phoenix of your guild symbol and the wax seal being in guild.
I'm putting this on my fridge. I hope you know.
Cool. Yeah. No.
Things
absolutely.
are getting framed.
Yeah.
So many frames in your gosh.
Oh man, I haven't done this voice in so long. Okay.
Take a picture and put it on Insta.
Yeah.
So the letter reads as follows.
I hope this letter finds you well. I feel it is only right to begin with expressing my deepest gratitude for saving my life. You served swift justice to our enemies and shown the guild how capable you are with only a few days of training. It was years ago, but I am reminded of how my life was saved by your parents. They offered me a second chance with renewed purpose. This was a gift that I tried to honor them with each day by serving the guild faithfully. I remember being appointed as Lord Commander. It was one of the proudest moments of my life. I fear my recent failures to the guild are too great. I must leave you in more capable hands. Tomorrow, a new Lord Commander will assume my station. I need time to rest and heal. My dreams are still plagued by what was done to me. I am no longer suitable to serve or lead. I suppose, in a way, it has forced me into an early retirement, which, in all honesty, isn't something that I am against. Please do not let my departure dampen your spirits. My final act as Lord Commander is to officially appoint you as members of the Ash Guard. If you choose to accept, with this letter is your copper arm ring. Wear it with pride. I would allow you all an attempt at the trial of the ashes if such magic still remained in the grove. So this guild could see what I witnessed, that you all are ready to prove yourselves and live up to your parents' legacy. Go in glory, Ashkeepers. Lord Commander Codlack Darkmane.
Cat?
You see Sam standing there with like a bunch of stuff, and he's like, "See you, like, is everything all right?"
Grabbing Yaki off
Goes and like picks whatever he dropped up off the ground on the tray and like sets it on the counter.
Well, you think.
So yeah,
I can't believe he's gone.
I know.
Ooh!
that one for farewells.
You know what?
Ooh!
That's yours.
So yes, if you would open the baggie. So there's another parchment in the bag. That is just a how to care for your armoring, because the armorings are copper, they're
Okay.
pure copper.
Otherwise,
So-
they're gonna turn into the Statue of Liberty.
Not to spoil
Wow.
it, but they shouldn't green skin.
The blooms.
But yeah.
No, it's like the afternoon crunch.
Yeah, and then also with your arm rings is some gold.
Damn, son.
So out of game, these are the coins as seen in D&D. So you have your copper pieces, your silver pieces, your gold dragons, your harbor moons, which are platinum pieces, and then your I forget what they're called, but they're essentially electrum pieces. These are the currency seen in D&D under Waterdeep currency. So it's kind of cool to see like the different coins that you would get based on copper, silver, gold. Copper, silver, electrum, gold, platinum. But of course, mostly everyone just uses gold. But yeah, so you got your payment in game. You got 9 silver pieces and 500 gold pieces
Oh, shit.
each, and then you have your silver arm rings as well.
Oh, there's still shit.
I'm taking your photo.
Got it.
Crap. That's wild.
This is beautiful.
This is gorgeous.
actual.
Yeah.
Ren Fair?
Red bag.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
You.
Of course.
These pieces are cool as shit.
I've had time for props and stuff and things
I
and
just want
how
you to
to
know,
wax seal and
setting
write
the-
You're
letters.
setting the bar
You're
super
setting the
high.
bar super high.
Yeah, I know.
Huh.
But like now I know how to do these things
Yeah.
because I've had the downtime.
Ooh, these
So-
adjust.
Yeah, you squeeze.
Just,
Yep.
I have freakishly tiny wrists.
Same.
You're telling me.
Oh.
But Sam comes over and is like, well, wow, look at you all. And was like, quite the payday it seems. And just kind of looks at you all as you're counting your coins and looking at your treasure and your letters and whatnot. And it's like, so what will it be from the menu? Any requests for breakfast?
Yes.
Yes.
More coffee.
The spread? Coffee. Yes.
Café con leche, por favor.
He looks at you and is like,
Coffee.
he understood what you said. He's
Okay.
like, of course. He scampers off to grab your requests. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one other thing actually too, and it wasn't a physical like prop thingy. Each of you also has a voucher, and it holds a sapphire fairy on the parchment. And it, you know this to be the location of the tattoo gala here.
Okay.
So it is a voucher for that.
Wait, what?
Magical tattoo?
Magical tattoo voucher.
So, anyone up for a tattoo?
I slam my coffee. It's burning. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always
Oh.
down.
Tattoos now.
Yes.
Let's
Yes,
go.
let's go. What should we get?
Phoenixes?
Should we get matching ones?
Tattoos.
But are we doing individual ones?
I don't know.
doing
I don't know how
the-
tattoos work here.
I'm gonna get the ash heart symbol. I think it's fitting. We're official Ashkeepers now.
True.
I'm down for that.
Yeah?
Okay, but where?
I think we can pick where we
Yeah.
want to go.
You can pick what it is and where it goes. What this is a voucher for out of game, like above the table. Above the table is a free small magical tattoo that is a +1 to 1 ability score of your choice. So one of your ability scores will increase by +1 and it is a magical tattoo that can be elaborated on more in the future to a potential maximum of a +3 in something.
Ooh.
But
But ability
it's
scores
this is technically a uncommon, just a +1 to 1 stat.
So like constitution
Yep.
or
So it would be strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma.
Oh, I already know what I'm doing.
A stat of your choice.
I know what I'm doing.
It is a +1 and it cannot increase it above 20.
Perfect. It should be right at 20.
Okay? Cool. Okay.
oh shit.
I know this is a lot of information to just be like, here you go.
Is this so
All the stuffs.
Okay.
Sorry, my thingy was down as someone was like, hey, I want to do a
Oh
thing.
no, you're good.
Okay, I don't see any messages, so this
Fucking
is cool.
dope.
Right. Yeah. So, tattoos.
Mhm.
So you all make your way to the Sapphire Ferry, which, if you look to your maps, it's numbered somewhere.
Oh, we
in-
got maps, y'all.
You got maps.
Maps,
There's
yeah.
maps. I don't know if we can put that on the stream, but we can probably do that.
I promised to put the maps on the stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put it in the little corner.
We have our
So the
scanners.
Huh?
We have our scanner.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's a digital.
I have a digital. I posted
yeah,
a
that's
digital.
right.
It's in our somewhere in the
We live in the
server.
world of digital.
Yes,
There's a key on the back.
there is. So the Sapphire Ferry.
I'll post that too.
Ferry can be located. The Arcane Tattoo Parlor is number 7 on the map, which
By the
is
way.
in the. I love that I color coded the buildings, but it's black and white.
It's vintage. Found it.
It's
out
in the trades
corner.
ward,
Right
which is
there.
blue. I don't know where I put my own things.
Bottom
It's
left
over here.
corner.
Bottom left corner. There it is. Yes, thank you.
Number 7.
Number 7, Sapphire Ferry, which you know is owned by Veronica, and she has a few other artists that are working out of the parlor. So,
Huh? Door.
yeah.
Oh, Veronica!
You kick the door in, door goes flying open. You see some other people lying around getting tattooed. You see there are 3 individuals within of artists who are working on other people. You see a Kenku that you've seen around the grove before. You don't quite remember their name, but they're kind of perched up on a chair. You see that they are using what looks like almost like a wand, like an arcane instrument of focus of some kind. And they're like sketching the drawing onto the skin. And there's like magic that's infusing into the skin itself. You see someone else who's going for like a more traditional tattoo. You see what looks like a half orc that's kind of laying on their stomach and their back is exposed. And there's this Goliath that's like standing over them and is using their hand to brace a instrument like tool with actual needles in it. It's doing a more like traditional ink tattoo. And then you see Veronica, who's just kind of like sitting at her area and there's art plastered all over. Like you see all the various types of like, styles and characters and creatures and all these different, things that they've done on other people and also ones that are, more like bargainy tattoos that they've sketched out that they are willing to charge for a cheaper price to just put on somebody. But you walk in and she just kind of looks at you all, and she's a female human, blue hair, tied up in a large bun. She's wearing, more layered clothing. It's still kind of chilly inside the parlor itself, but they have some fires going. And she looks at you all with a smile. It's like, oh, hello, welcome in. Long time no see. And it's like, looks at you all and it's like, what brings you in today?
We're gonna voucher swing again.
The voucher on the counter. She's like, oh, right, yes. Codlac requested those. So you're wanting to cash in on these now?
Yes.
Yes.
Why not?
All right, or coin in on these? What would... Never mind. Nosebleed. She looks at you and is like, all right, well, so what will it be? And she kind of like shows a reference. It would be something around this size, that kind of fit in that box. So
Somebody.
looks at Sybil, just like, okay, yeah, I can definitely do that one. I've done it before. Is that what you're all getting?
That's I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, matching tattoos. Aren't you all cute? Okay, cool. Who's going first? Who's the brave soul who's going first?
I'll go first.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Actually, since all three of us raise your hand, that's why you're going first.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold your hand while you get it done?
No.
So these are, so just so you know, these will not cause any physical harm. This is a magical tattoo. So you'll feel like, what's the best way to put it? You'll feel a slight numbness, but there isn't an actual needle penetrating the skin.
Okay.
So it will be fine. I'm essentially going to draw sketch on your skin. It's going to feel fine. It's not going to hurt.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now I have to figure out where I want the tattoo.
Yeah. Where are you going to put it? Where do you guys want it?
I take off my shirt and I'm like right on my here.
On the chest. Okay. On the chest.
On my shoulder blade.
Shoulder blade. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, don't make a too hasty decision. It's not like it won't last forever. What about you?
Jack it off. Yeah, sure. Or where?
In the center?
Yeah, like what?
Okay. But like on the upper shoulder blade on the left side? Or
Yeah, so like-
left side? Yeah.
Left side. Short way.
Okay, cool.
Twins.
Okay. Yeah.
I take off my hooded scarf thing. I set it down, unbuckle my armor
Yeah.
a little bit,
Mhm.
and then I expose this part of my chest right here, up by my collarbone.
Nice. Okay.
And I go, I think over my heart is where I want to put it.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I can only do you one at a time. So I think it will take maybe an hour for each of you. So if the rest of you want to go do stuff and then we'll swap out throughout the day, I can probably get you all done by the end of today. So
Sure.
Cool. I got an extra thing to you.
yeah. Who's going first again? Sorry.
Me.
I think they volunteered you to go
Yeah.
first. Are you okay with that?
Yep.
Okay.
I will
Cool.
go next.
And then Armand, you'll go next. Okay. And then who's going to be second to last and last?
I'll be last.
You'll
be last? Okay.
I have a list.
Cool. All right. Wonderful. All right. Well, let's get you comfortable and let's get started. Okay. Do you want water or anything before we start, or any
No.
other drink?
I think
How old are you now?
I don't. We're called
19?
a love table. Oh.
How old is your character?
19?
I'm 19.
I think it's right out.
19.
18, 19, 19, 21.
Okay. 19. I'm 19.
Cool. She's like, okay. All right. Yeah. I'll get you something to drink if you want it to help calm the nerves, and we'll get rocking and rolling.
Ale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
It's gonna be fine.
she goes to grab you some, gives you some.
I'm fine.
Yeah, she gets you comfortable on the chair. These are rather luxurious. Think, this is a fantasy, right? Fantasy setting. Through magical means, they've been able to replicate very comfortable, luxurious furniture to sit in and lay on, similar to that of a real life kind of like a tattoo parlor, like a seat, right?
Cool.
So you kind of get comfortable there and kind of lay back, and she kind of pulls her stool over, gets her thing out. She's like, okay, so what color are we going with?
Just
The
Just-
red?
yeah. Red.
Red, you can do some extra gold on the outside,
Yeah.
or kind
But
of
actually,
outline it a bit better, or
that actually reminds me of my mom. The red and the gold. So I
Okay.
think that'll be good. And if we could do some shading, make it look nice.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And she takes out, again, there's a large drawer of instruments she pulls out. You see some are actual needles, and then others are more like wands. And she pulls out kind of some different wands. She puts some and pins her hair up with them, and then takes out another one. And she kind of like gets there, and you see she like goes and grabs a piece of parchment, and she actually touches the wand to the parchment, and the design just kind of inks out from it with magic across it. And you see her mind is like trying to replicate it, and it's exact. And she's like adding the extra detail to it that you requested. And she kind of like holds it over the skin, and it's mirrored. So when she like goes to apply it, you see like there's kind of the outline of the image itself as she takes another one of the needles and like switches it, or the wands, and switches it out. You see she like actually begins to work, and you kind of feel it's almost like a icy hot goes against your chest. As you're like, oh, this is weird, and like kind of goes a bit numb, but then it's fine. And like she just kind of intricately sketches over the temporary and makes it come into fruition with magic.
This isn't too bad.
Yeah. She's like, oh yeah. You see the other one over there. You see there's an unfamiliar half orc who's getting their back tattooed traditionally. They're just like, oh, they're like fighting through it, and the guy's like, oh, don't be a baby, you're fine. He's like, his arms are getting tired, his veins are like bulging out of his arms, and the person's like kind of bleeding in spots down their back, and they're like wiping it, and they're like fucking like their whole back is being tatted right now. And then on the other side, you see that Kenku is currently like perched up still and working, kind of like peeks over the shoulder and kind of like looks around, looks back. She kind of cackles a little bit at the half work and keeps working on their own patient. And yeah, it's a fun atmosphere. And you actually notice that there's a similar to Ascending Stone, there's like a large kind of like arcane carving of like a face, but there's like music emanating out from it. Almost like a, if you will, a magical Bluetooth speaker of some sort that's playing bardic tunes just to kind of liven up the space and keep it a bit fun, because these people are kind of just stuck here. Random clickety clacks in the darkness. A window flies open. The wind comes in. The Kenku hops down, like goes over to the window and like closes the window and latches it. But the rest of you, while a door is being tattooed, what are you gonna do for until you're tattooed? Essentially, like you have downtime.
Yeah, since I'm next, and only it's just gonna like take an hour, and because Adora, even though she said she was fine.
Yeah.
I'm big brother worried, so I'm just gonna like, sit there and wait patiently.
Okay. Cool. So you're just watching and just chilling out, and you kind of like, for something to do, there's like books that have images in them of other tattoos and things to help pass the time. And
I'm probably like flipping through trying to get inspiration, because even though we're all getting the Phoenix, I want to like personalize it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. The other two of you, what are you doing in your downtime?
I'm gonna have her follow you. So what are we doing?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, Kevin first goes to hide and seek leathercraft.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Pull up some stuffs here. Cool. Yeah. Hide and seek leathercraft. You know it to be run and owned by a human male by the name of Lee. He's a simple cobbler, but also dabbles in other leathercraft. And you kind of like approach the location and come out of the snow, and instantly you smell that like high grade leather and like raw leathers that have been tanned. There's like animal pelts that are being held up to like dry that have been skinned from recent like hunts and things. But you also see like freshly made sandals and shoes and a lot of winter boots that are being like pelted and better insulated. You kind of see him standing there or sitting there, and he has like all of the magnifying lenses and things and his tools, and you know, he's very hard at work and honestly doesn't even notice you as you come in. He's not deaf, but like he's definitely an older human, you know. He's probably in his later years.
Just kind of keep up.
Yeah. He's just kind of like working and working.
I'm going over show you. Hey, what's he doing?
He just like freaks out. He looks, oh,
Oh, it is you. Yes. Wait, just one moment. Almost done with this piece.
And it's intricately, he's like sewing with his hand, like through it, and takes a leather strap, kind of wraps it around and ties it off, and goes and sets it with a matching pair. Wipes the sweat from his brow, and just kind of like turns to you. He's got like the giant magnifying eyes on his glasses. And he takes them off and looks at you and like squints. He's like, "Oh, hello. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in." Yes. Oh, and he looks over at you. He's like, "What can I do you both for today?"
Gets in his bag, pulls up 2 Drake pelts.
He sets them on the counter. He like puts his glasses back on and inspects them. He's like, "Oh wow, impressive."
Think you can make something out of those?
Certainly, yes.
Tell me
What did you have?
slice my paper with a couple of toothpicks I sent you earlier.
Oh yes, right. Of course. He like picks up the parchment and looks at it, and he's like,
Oh, certainly doable. Yes.
"This will take me probably the better part of today, maybe through the night, if that's acceptable."
Got no price. So, how much of that in place of the leather would take? So, how much of the Drake leather can you make into that stuff?
Let me see. I'm gonna roll.
What are you getting done, Tom?
As for me to know, and you to find out. Spoilers.
It's like, well, I've worked with draconic scales before, so you're fortunate. It's a difficult thing to work with. It will only take me the rest of the afternoon, and I think I can use all that you've given me for the items you've requested. I think there's just enough.
And that's going to cost me how much?
Let's see. Reasonable price for this item. Can you message me the items that you want worked with this material one more time, just so I can do a quick price check? Check.
We're basically spending our gold, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh no.
A little bit of shopping. Shopping. Good. I don't know if these are priced, so I might just have to make up prices for these. I'm hoping they're priced because that will save me. Wonderful. Oh yeah. So this will be.
One more.
Okay, cool. Once you send me that list, I think I have a good idea of the prices for this.
Did tattoos get an overhaul in the new 2024 rules?
No, but there were different kinds of tattoos because there were the Exandrian tattoos, which gave you like magical abilities or like buffed your stats, and then there was Tasha's and Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. There were other magical tattoos which were like required attunement, and those gave you like they were like magic items, but were like abilities you could use from yourself.
So how would we add this to like our or like our thingy thing?
So what you would do is this would just be a manual override bonus, a miscellaneous bonus to the stat.
So you wouldn't add it to like
It wouldn't be like an item that you add. No.
Okay.
You know what? Let's say for this, just for this expedience of time, I'll say he responds and he looks at you. He's like, "Oh, I think due for labor, and since you're providing the materials at hand, I'd say about 10 gold."
Any help around here to help drop the price a little bit?
Oh, well, do you mind shoveling snow? I suppose my back isn't what it used to be. Could shovel the pathways outside and out back and maybe move in some firewood and not say, how long you got?
3 hours? You have to run up for a quick, one more quick little thing real quick and I'll have to be back.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion, you say? 23.
23. It looks like, that's fine. Yes. Let's say 3 hours. I'll drop it 3 gold pieces for the additional effort.
All right.
So make a total for 7 for this job.
So remind me how much again you got from payment to drop that.
So you had 9 silver pieces, I think it was, from your guard shift, and then the 500 gold bonus from Cod Black. That was like as a extended thank you for saving his life.
All right. Nice. There's no 7. Right, I'll be back in a bit. And then, so.
And I follow, and I just like, hey, Tom.
Yeah.
We good?
We good, yeah. Why?
I didn't know things got weird.
I mean, it's many things usually get weird, but weird how?
Are you gonna make me say it?
You're gonna have to say something.
Last night.
You mean when you walked out and fell asleep in the snow after I told you not to?
You mean we didn't?
Oh, yeah.
Never mind. Cool.
And then he's going to Gremlin. After this little conversation, on the way, we're having this conversation to Gremlin's workshop.
Okay, Gremlin's workshop. Cool. Let me just update something really quick. I'm curious if we have.
Why did you think that?
She was drunk.
I guess this will do. Some snowy vibes. Cool. Gremlin's workshop. So you approach the workshop kind of across the way through the ward as you're walking through the streets, passing some other people. Coming into the workshop, you kind of see like the large metal door. There's like a warning and hazard sign and written in a few different languages, primarily common and or goblin. You can notice that Hog is kind of this armored, Harley, this giant metallic boar is scooping up what look like scraps and is like moving them around the space, dragging them from one corner to the other. And is for D&D terminology, he's an armorer's, what is it called? An iron defender.
Yep.
Yeah, he's an iron defender. And Gremlin is currently off the way in what looks like the center of this area, working on some giant contraption of conglomerate. You don't even know. It is beyond your understanding.
Yeah, he
is just tuned to it, but you also do see Omar is currently working. Armand's sibling is off on the other side and is working on what looks like a large metallic armored, like almost like a plate armor, but seems to be more akin of like a construct. Like there's like woodworkings on the inside and arcane gems glowing and things, and it seems to be intricately working on this thing. And you can tell the scorch mark from previous, where you see both of their silhouettes cast on the wall Pompeii style from a previous invention gone wrong that led them both being hospitalized in the infirmary.
That's why when
Pompeii.
when he comes to Josh and trying like shouting rage, he goes, "Hey, Goblin!"
You see, he looks up and his goggles are on, his face is covered in soot. He's like, 1 minute. And he's up there working. You hear the cranking and the wrench. It's like, just work, you stupid.
Come grab baby and guys behind, and you're my soldier.
Yeah. You see, like, Omar kind of looks up and, like, sees, like, that you come in and just kind of, like, waves at you both, but sees you all ducking and looks back at Gremlin, like, rushes over to get behind the, like, plastered cover, and there's like a painted line at the entry point of his workshop that's like the safe blast zone, and Omar runs behind and tucks and just kind of like peeks out, and like comedically as soon as you duck down there's like nothing happening. You see Omar looks at you both just like, and then boom, you hear the fucking explosion and you just hear and just the metal clattering around, and you see him smoking. You see Gremlin gets up and he's like, and then just
Where
sits
did you
back
take
down.
us?
It takes his goggles off.
He's
He's like, yeah, I fucking thought it was gonna work that time. Shit.
Here's the boss. Take some snow, patch it up, and you.
It's like, oh, and the snow like fucking starts to melt like a puddle. Like this goblin's body heat is so hot from the blast, and you can look up. The thing he's working on is just broken, fractured metal that has openings in it, shrapnel in the wall, like sharp pieces, and you see he just kind of sits there. He's like, "Well, that's not important anymore. So, what do you want?"
Reaches into his bags, pulls up the custodian numbers,
Say, "Ooh," and he looks at him.
pulls out all the silver he got. I need these silvers.
Oh, psh, this is light work. Give me.
And so let's throw anything fun on top of it. Have fun.
Define fun, friend.
I don't think that's going to be difficult for him.
Something that I won't have to pay for, but have fun.
Oh, okay.
It's been what if you want.
Sure. All
How
right.
long? How long and how much?
Good question. Silvering weapons. I believe that's a thing now. If y'all,
And he's providing the silver.
he's providing the silver. I think in the
specifically
new
all-
DMG, if I remember correctly.
So it's out of the silver. If you're giving him the silver coins he got.
No, yes. I just think it's. I want to say it's a bit of gold. I think it's half of the item in gold that you're doing. So I'll pull up the price of the weapon. So you'll basically be paying the full price of the weapon because there's two of them.
Mm-hmm.
In however much that is. So for the Kusuri Gamas, it's going to be 5 gold for the both of them, 2 silver them, and you're providing the silver for the silvering. So there's no additional cost to that. So yeah.
Silver.
And on this note, I'm going to leave you.
And how long is it going to take?
He looks at you. He's like, "Oh, this will take me probably an hour."
Right. I'll be back in a few because I have to go fulfill another promise.
All right, cool. Sounds great.
The situation stops. Turns. You wouldn't happen to have anything fun to check. You need to test it out, would you?
He looks back at the giant thing that just blew up. He's like, "Not anymore. Sorry. But if I do, I know where to find you, right?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. He's like, "I'd say," and he walks over to Omar, and Omar, she's just like, kind of like sitting there, still kind of worried, and just kind of like gives like a thumbs up. And you see Grandma's like, "Oh, stop worrying. You're fine. Get back to work. You're okay. This is why we made the things." And he like, you see Omar just kind of looks over at the other side of the like plated wall that was there. There's fucking like metal shrapnel like inches away from where he was in the one side of it. He's like, "Maybe I'll add another layer. Maybe you're right. Okay.
Where's Fran?
For someone who doesn't talk, you're very persuasive. Come on. Oh, I fucked that up. My bad. No, yeah, he is deaf. But but he signs that, and I think Gremlin definitely would have learned that too.
Yeah.
So that you see that Gremlin signs to him in common sign language, but is verbally speaking it too.
Yeah.
But then that also is just helpful for viewers to understand the dialogue that is going on. It's been a while. Characters, yes.
I'm guessing Fran's out of town. That's why you're doing
that
the
wasn't
name
like to
Whitefish.
correct you. It's just he's deaf, so he probably doesn't talk anymore.
Oh no, yeah. So I was good.
You're good.
Okay.
Remember?
Good. Yes. Cool. Awesome. With that, we are going to cut to a break, and then we're going to come back. Dun dun dun. So stay tuned. Go hydrate. Take care of yourselves. Stretch your legs.
Get drunk.
Have a drink, if that's acceptable in the time of day where you are. And
It's morning.
morning. Well,
Maybe
if
morning.
they're watching the
Oh, then
VOD,
don't drink. It's
not when it's in the morning.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Bloody Mary.
Uh-huh.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah. We'll be right back after a short break. So stay tuned for more. Cool. We are back from break. It's official. Welcome back.
Woohoo! Or not.
Hope you got hydrated. Hope you got some snacks. Hope you checked your pets.
Tell me you love them.
Check the stove if you're cooking. Don't burn stuff. Yeah. We're back, and y'all are about the Grove doing your thing. Adora's getting tattooed. Tom, you went to Gremlin's workshop, and then you went to see Lee at the Cobblers and Leatherworks.
Lee first, then Gremlin.
It was Lee, then Gremlin, yeah.
Then back to Lee to help him out around the shop while I'm waiting for everybody else to get tattooed.
Yes. And then Armand and Vivian, what are y'all doing? Vivian, you said bye, Tom, and we're going to do your own thing. And then Armand, I don't think we have any idea what you're doing yet.
No, I'm just waiting for Adora to be done.
Oh, that's right. So you're still at the parlor.
I'm just looking through tattoo ideas.
We chilling.
Yeah, y'all are chilling.
We're chilling.
Okay. Vivian, what are you up to since you're parting from Tom and his errands?
I'm headed to the archery range and just gonna practice some.
Okay. Okay, cool. You approach the archery range. You see it's covered in snow. It looks beautiful. It's all white. You see the targets in the distance kind of stick out a lot more than the dense greenery and the foliage of the grove itself. You see no one else is at the range currently. It's just you. So you approach and you have your bow and stuff and take up your spot. And do you want to roll a few shots or?
Yeah. And I think it's just kind of reminiscent of the times when I used to go with my dad.
Mhm.
And we'd practice. All right.
Cool. Yeah.
12 plus 8, 20.
20.
Nice. Yeah. There you go. You take your mark. You can see the exhale of your breath in the cold air. And you know, you're a bit tense. It's colder. And go and knock the arrow, kind of go and aim and kind of, it's a familiar target and there's various targets there. You know, there's like stuffed dummies and there's actual bags with like the circles on them and everything that's drawn and dial in and knock one of the targets down with one of your shots with precision accuracy like you've done many, many, many times before.
I start having flashbacks as a little girl and like the day that my dad gave me this bow, or my first bow, and it was a snowy day like this, and just kind of missing him, missing the family, feeling guilt for not talking to them right now.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, and it's a nice moment to get lost in, and you know that familiar cold of the grove and the seasons that you're living now in Theros. The winters there are sunny and temperate, so you don't see snow really unless you're going off into the mountains or something. So it's a welcomed memory and a welcomed moment. And do you spend the rest of your time just kind of going through the motions and getting reps in and taking your shots? And
Yeah, I think she eventually pulls out the stone, wishing her brother would, like, kind of commune, wishing her parents were here. I think giving into a moment of feeling kind of lost and scared. And just I'm grateful for the ability to be alone for this part, not wanting anyone to see that, not wanting anyone to worry or putting that burden on anyone else. So
while you're having this moment, you look over and you see a familiar mastiff sitting there in the snow with a stick in his mouth. You see Buckler, who's like a renowned dog owner is Brennan, a druid that is in the grove. But Buckler makes his rounds around the grove and he's sitting there wagging his tail, looking at you as you're staring off into space, you know, reminiscing and all of this and thought. He's just in there and has a stick in his mouth and is just looking at you expectingly.
Well, she goes over and she like takes the stick, gives it a good toss, hopefully.
Okay, go ahead and make a, will this be a thrown? Make an athletics check for me.
Cool.
And you have exhaustion, so it's a -2 or -1 to roll. It's -1.
4.
4. So you hook it pretty far. Like, you know, it's maybe like 9 feet away from you as it goes into the snow, but Buckler looks over quickly and barks and runs and jumps into the pile of snow, kind of like a fox, like dives into it, trying to find the stick, and snow goes flying everywhere.
At least you're having fun with it.
Yeah, and he can't find it. And you just kind of hear him just kind of whimper and kind of like look around. Not really able to locate it, and then he just kind of like looks and goes and finds a much larger stick and pulls it up out of the snow, like comedically walks away, and it like hits a few trees in the fence and rattles against the fence.
Oh, okay.
And he's gone, and he's dragging a branch now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, back to the parlor. Adora, your tattoo is finished. As Veronica like steps back, she's like, well, I think it looks pretty good. The magical numminess will subside in maybe about an hour.
Very cool.
But it looks great, and like offers you a chance to inspect it in the mirror, and if there's any alterations you want made or anything. She's like, after it sees its next sunrise, it's permanent.
Okay.
Just so you know.
No, I think it looks great.
Okay. It can be removed, but that comes at an additional cost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty set.
Cool. You did great. Good job. All right. Who is next for their tattoo?
Me.
All right. So you take the chair, and Adora, you are set loose to go run errands and do such. And you have a moment to talk with Ronnie or Veronica, or Ronnie, some people call her, about other options and other, things that the parlor gives, and kind of is a good conversation, but one you may revisit again in the near future.
Cool.
Yeah. She same spiel, gives you the rundown of how it's going to work, how it's going to feel, and then she looks toward you like, so what color, design, any added things? Like what, you want to personalize it at all? Or do you want the exact same one Adora got?
Oh, no. Yes, just the Phoenix, the bird, and black. But I was looking through your photos, and he points to a style that looks kind of like an Aztec like pictograph, like one of those like hieroglyphs, that kind of like a feathered like bird head, sort of. And he's just like more like that.
Okay. Definitely, I can certainly do that. Yeah, great choice. I think it will look really well in the ultimate design. I think that's a really cool idea. Yeah. Okay. Let me draft something really quick. And she goes and pulls out another different wands, like pulls them out of her hair. You see, like they were glowing before, but the magic has receded from them, so she switches them out for other ones. Goes, kind of pins them up. Goes and like grabs parchment, does the whole thing, does the design, kind of sets the wand tip to the parchment. The ink and magic kind of just go across the paper, and you literally watch like what you described take form on the page, and it gets close. You have to give a few corrections of like, oh, change this, or maybe this a little smaller, this a little bigger, things like that. But it gets there, and then you see it, and you're like, whoa, and it's exactly how you envision it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And she looks over and is like, all right, go ahead and take a seat. You want to drink or anything before we get started?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, all right. And you lay down, and she gets to work, and the next hour goes by pretty quick. But I want to check in with you. Is there anything you wanted to do among the grove while Armand's getting tattooed and the others are doing their things?
I think the gold's weighing pretty heavy in my pocket. So I'll go and see, I'll look at the shops, see if anything calls to me. And I'll probably end up back at the blacksmith just to practice some blacksmithing.
So you're going to the Ember Moth Forge, I believe. I have like so many tabs open, just like, and there's so many NPCs on this list. My
24
fucking drive is like straining. It's straining to just render in all these names.
24. Oh, it happens to be next to the archery ring, which is 25. Ooh.
Yeah. So I think you actually pass by and see Vivian shooting at the range as you're going to the forge. And this is why it's good to know where locations are. So what do we need? We need blacksmiths. Where are you? So Cinder, she's actually a familiar name. She's kind of a part of the like Grove friend group, but she's the female fire genasi who works there and is an apprentice to the blacksmith.
I've met them before.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, Idril. Idril Embermaw. He is the bronze dragonborn who is the owner of the forge, and she is his apprentice. So you do not see him at the moment, but you do see her, and she's currently working on some stuff in the forge and has the fire going. And you see she's like using her own elemental magic and fire to what looks like melt raw ore down into ingots, and is like smelting ingots out of raw ore.
Wow.
And you approach, and she doesn't really take notice of you as you're like passing by, but you walk up into the forge and she's working.
I just kind of like poke my head in and look around. Like, Cinder, was it?
She's like, oh yeah, hi.
Would it be all right if I used one of these empty forges over here?
Yeah. Idril gave you permission to come back and work on stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're working on?
I don't know. I just kind of want to work with my hands today.
Okay, sure. Experiment. There's a box of scraps in the corner. If you need some help or want ideas or anything, just feel free to ask. I'm just kind of smelting down some old dud projects. So, and if you have something that doesn't turn out, just let me know and I'll try to re-smelt it if possible. Cool. How have you been? And she just kind of looks at you. Sure.
It's been a lot. Ashkeeper.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Fancy.
Yeah.
That was quick. The fuck?
Yeah, there was an Ankeg and some kobolds.
A what?
Big, ugly insect.
Ew.
Lots of acid. Yeah, so there was a lot, but Kodlak, I guess, made us Ashkeepers. So.
Oh, congrats.
Pretty cool.
That's dope. I heard there was a bunch of partying happening, but I was busy working here, so.
There was definitely partying.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
I hope not. I don't think so. I think it was just mostly revelry.
Only revelry?
I wasn't there for most of it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, again, if you need help, just let me know. I'm around. And she kind of goes back to doing what she was doing. So, what do you want to work on?
I'll probably just start with like a chunk of scrap metal and just start like hammering it out, trying to figure out what I want to make with it. But I just really want to use my hands and like hammer something.
All right, cool. Just make what is this, a blacksmithing check?
Yeah.
That's a thing now. Tools check. So it's your proficiency with your blacksmithing.
It's a skill. It's one of your skills, and then
That's right. That's what it is.
And if you have proficiency in the tool, you have advantage on the check.
Cool.
So we'll say you said you wanted to hammer stuff out, so this would be athletics with advantage. I'm glad they made it actual skills. It's much easier to figure out. You have advantage.
17 plus 7, 24.
Cool. And what are you trying to forge? Are you just trying to hammer out metal like flat, not making anything? Or like, are you trying to like hand forge something?
I think, yeah. Back when I was at the Onassis Den, I took some leather and some like straps that I was going to try and fashion a using the dagger, like a unarmed dagger type thing. So I'm probably trying to work on figuring out how to do that. Punch dagger.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
Last time I made a dagger.
Yeah. And I mean, it's tiring work, and you definitely work up a sweat. You're hammering out this metal, the steam and heat of the forge and everything. And even being in proximity to Cinder as a fire genasi, she emits her own heat. Like she's like standing next to an open flame and her hair is fire, like literally. And after I'd say maybe about, how long are you trying to invest in this? How much time? Because you've already gotten your tattoo, so you kind of have like the rest of today.
Yeah, I'd probably work on it for the rest of the day unless somebody can stop me.
Let's do another check. You'll get advantage of those smithing tools. Let's do another check, but let's do. I think what we'll do is a history check on this for your smithing, and then we'll follow that up with a sleight of hand check, also with advantage, and we'll see how you do on those.
30-20
Okay.
for history.
Okay.
And then sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm. Also advantage.
Disadvantage is coming in clutch.
Well, you have proficiency with the tool.
I
spoke too soon.
10 on sleight of hand.
10. Okay. So you remember accounts of like weaponry like this. You're trying to like apply that to what you're making. You get to the more intricate pieces of the craft and you just can't quite get there. And you reach a point to where like, if you do anything more to it, you're going to just set yourself back.
Mm-hmm.
So you know at this point, your frustrations, everything we've reached a wall.
Okay.
And either you have someone else finish it for you, or you can attempt to try to work on it another day.
I think I will call it and work on it another day.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And do you carry this half crafted item with you, or in your inventory, like on your person in your pack, or do you leave it at the forge? And like Cinder will probably show you an area where you could like keep some things you're working on. It's like a shelving area.
I'll leave my stuff there.
Okay, cool.
I'll like make a little cubby.
Yeah,
like,
you essentially get like a little cubby cabinet.
And then I'll probably just head to the tavern and have some ale.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Head to the tavern for a drink. Alrighty. Checking in with you. Is there anything else? Oh, you're at the leatherworking still.
Yeah, I'm helping him shovel snow.
Cool. Yep. You're shoveling
And
stuff.
very much
Go ahead and
regretting
make-
this.
Go ahead and make just make me 3 athletic checks for me. Relatively low DC. Nothing crazy. You're just shoveling snow.
13.
That's good.
9.
That barely makes it.
I very much go for snow.
What'd you get?
7.
You wear yourself out. Yeah, it's a fucking steady decline. It's a lot of fucking snow. And I think the 7 is you like go and get it all like separated and done, and then snow comes off the ceiling and fills in what you just shoveled. And you're just like, as you go over, and you push yourself near the brink of exhaustion, but you don't get exhaustion from it. But shovel the rest of the snow out of the way, and you see Lee kind of opens the door. He's like, "Oh, well done! It looks quite well." Yes, and like steps down into it. And like it's like, "Oh, my path is clear. Look at this. Yes, we're open for business." Yells at people going by.
You're
He's like, "Well, come in then if you're cold. Say something."
You asked me to trust her right to the cat.
Yes, but don't die from the elements, you fool. Come, you gotta do tea? Do you drink tea? Come, he like ushers you back inside to warm you up before you keep working on stuff. Cool. So jumping back to the two of you. You are getting your tattoo still. You're almost done. And you are at the archery range. And you've been there. I know we're kind of jumping around time-wise, like who's doing what when, but I don't know if you were just doing that for the rest of the day or not.
I think she was gonna do it until like she felt it was time probably to start heading back to the tattoo shop. She kind of kept like a estimate.
Yeah.
And looking at the shadows in the sky, or the color of the sky and stuff, like she kind of figures it's probably time. So
cool. Okay.
starts heading back.
All right, cool. Yeah. And I'd say as you head back, your tattoo is wrapping up and entering. Y'all swap seats. Ronnie lets you look in the mirror, make sure it's all good.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure that there's any altercation. You do the same spiel. It's permanent after the next sunrise. And yeah, so you're kind of cut loose. And you're good to go.
Puts his shirt back on, puts his like little cloak back on, shoulder pad thing, and he goes out. And I think he actually also heads towards Gremlin's place.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're headed to Gremlin's. You're getting your tattoo.
Yeah.
She gives you the same rundown, and then she asks, is there any personalization or any kind of thing you want to do to it? Change the color?
I really would like it black with like gold cracks in it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Gold and like red cracks in it almost.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can definitely do that. And
Cool.
again, takes parchment out, changes out the wands.
Puts the straps down on her shirt and like gets.
Yeah, and you like get comfortable, and she shows you a draft of it and like the location, lets you look at it in the mirror and everything, and
Yeah, perfect.
you find it and find the good style. And when personalizing it, and your hour starts, and she gets working. And again, it doesn't hurt. This isn't a hurting tattoo. So, all right. So you're getting tattooed now. Gremlins, Tavern. Yes, Tavern. And you were still working with Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm trying to think. Table time. Who's doing what, when, where? You're going to Gremlins.
Yes.
Let's do that because you were just getting tattooed. So you head back to Gremlins.
Mhm.
You can see the recent blast that had happened earlier, and you see what looks like Harley is currently has like this attachment broom mechanism for the tusks of this mechanical boar, and is just sweeping the ground slowly, dragging its snout against the floor, sweeping up the soot and broken glass and pieces of sharp metal. You do see Omar currently working on what looks like a medium-sized humanoid construct of some kind that's all banged up and like very old and rusted, and is very in tune and like locked into the work. And you notice Gremlin, and Gremlin has completely scrapped the previous project and has now constructed a new monstrosity from it and added new elements back into it. And again, it's above your understanding. This is artificer level
Right.
gadgetry that you're like,
I'm not
even
smart.
know.
I don't know what the hell's going
Like
on.
this could be a flat screen TV, or it could be a fucking laser death ray. You have no idea what you're looking at. Yeah.
Okay.
Plasma, it'd be a plasma.
Yeah, a plasma screen. Yeah. But yeah, you enter, and Gremlin is kind of doing his thing, and you see the painted line of like safety upon entry, and there's a bell to ring, but you know that often they're not, depending on the volume of the gadgets and tools and everything, it can't always be heard.
There's also a rope that can catch your traction.
That too.
I pulled the rope.
yeah. You see, he's like, looks at you like, ha! And he like, hops down, and kind of you hear the pitter patter of his bare feet on the like stonework as he walks over. Again, covered in soot. He's just sweat and soot.
Sooted.
Yes, sooted. He's sooted. Yes. He's like, what's up? What do you want? You need help with something?
You put magic into things, yes?
I mean, yeah, in a manner of speaking, kind of.
You've done it for my mother's,
Uh-huh.
and
Why, did something blow up?
no,
Because
Not
once it leaves these doors, I'm not liable.
not yet.
That's an agreement. You understand?
An agreement with my.
And he like
husband.
points to a sign that's translated in like 14 different languages. He's like, it's posted. I got in trouble for this before. I'm following the rules of the guild now. I promise.
No, nothing has gone wrong.
Okay. Good.
I take out Esteban.
Okay. Yeah. You unsheath a stab on.
I'm like, I would like you to make him do things.
He looks at it, and he takes the sword from you, and he holds it. He's like, "Give me back right now! Give me back, please! No, let me go, please! Right? Oh, who are you? I don't actually want to know." He's like, "It's a talking sword."
Oh, you must be strong of brain.
Ouch! Ouch, Armand. Really?
Strong of brain?
I have never held it up. I mean, that might be the head trauma, but maybe I had held a talking sword before, but not in a while anyway.
But
what do you call it?
he goes by many names, but currently I call him Esteban.
He's like, and the Esteban's like, that's right. And he's like audibly, like the not holding it further is gonna make the volume of the voice in his head any different. And he like goes back and he's like, where did you even get something like this? This thing is, and he looks at it, like, this is actually pretty old from the looks of it.
He was gifted to me by the dark passenger that resides in our cook.
His eyes get really wide. And he's like, you know what? I think it's actually time for a lunch break. He hands you the sword back. And he's like, I shouldn't, I really shouldn't. Actually, yeah, my cousin, he was coming into the grove. I gotta go meet him. And
I kind of like intimidately like stand over him, and I'm like, I would suggest you reconsider.
Make an intimidation check.
Ooh, yeah. 18.
18. He looks back at you and he's just like, oh, so you get your copper arm ring and now you got some balls on you? Come on. Really? Don't make me go get your mom. Either one of them.
Holy shit.
I was here long before you, kiddo.
Well, the scary one isn't here, so.
Good for you. Don't threaten me in my shop. This place is rigged to fucking blow any minute.
I can pay.
You see, he's like, how much?
I take out the second longsword that I have. It's just like for like extra steel if he like may need it.
Yeah.
And then I just take out like the bag of gold that we just got and like, how much do you want?
He looks at you and he's like, pulls out some paper that he's looking at, but it's like, it doesn't fucking mean anything in this conversation. He's just trying to do it to kind of like look like he's, checking prices. He's like, I mean, it depends on what you want done. I can sharpen it. I could try to, make it more sleek, try to amplify certain abilities. I could coat it in some corrosiveness. I could, make it flammable. There's a lot of things that I could do. I don't know why I'm suddenly, his voice is changing. It's fine. We're going to keep going. He's a goblin.
He's a goblin.
Yeah.
My mother is very partial to lightning.
Okay.
I would very much like
You want a taser sword? Do you even know what a taser is? Actually, don't worry about it. It's just an artificer terminology.
I've never heard of taser.
When someone gets electrocuted by something, they're like, that's a tase. It's like a term for that.
I would like to do that, but with force.
Wait,
But with force.
Force? It's a sword, so it's going to cut and tase.
Mm-hmm.
Taser sword.
Taser sword.
Yes. Okay.
You started it now.
All right. I'll see what I can do. And let's say just for the experimental process that we'll say it's you're an Ashkeeper, so I'll give you the guild discount. We'll say 110 gold pieces for the experiment. And if it's unsuccessful, I'll give you half back. How about that?
That seems fair. And still with the other longsword. And you can use this for any extra material you may need.
All right. And he takes it and takes the longsword and he takes a stab on it. And as you're relinquishing a stab on away, Stabon is just like, please don't hand me over. Don't do it. Please. He's not worthy. He's not worthy to touch me.
It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'm not going to be fine. What the fuck's a taser? I don't want to be a taser sword. I just want to be a glory sword. Glorious.
You are going to be so glorious. You're going to be so cool.
Make a persuasion check on your sword. Oh my God.
19.
He got it at one. He's like, I suppose I trust you. And now that I think about it, I could be the only taser sword in existence.
Exactly.
And we can tase enemies.
Esteban, we will be unstoppable.
Oh, I like this. All right, tase me up, Mr. Goblin Man. You see, Gremlin's like, that's going to get really annoying really quickly.
He goes on you.
I hope not.
David, we put it in the middle?
It was 110 gold. You said?
Yeah, 110 gold, and then if he's unsuccessful, he'll return it. And I'll make some rolls before when you go to like pick it up to see if it worked or not.
What's my teeth?
Cool. Awesome. Okay, we jump from Armand to.
I would like to also say that before like I leave, I approach Omar. Not like I'm not trying to like startle him or like disrupt him or anything.
No, yeah.
But I just go and like ruffle his hair like in a brotherly manner, and then I leave.
He like ruffles his hair and you distract him and he just kind of like shoves you away. As you go to ruffle his hair, actually, something does happen. As you do that, as you go to ruffle his hair, before your hand even reaches his head, one of the arms of the construct he's working on goes and grabs your arm with a cold metal grasp. And he kind of like turns and looks up and turns around and looks at you with like surprise. And you see him sign to you and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's really protective for whatever reason. So, and he looks back over at it and he goes over and like taps the front plate of like the armored mask. And you see like there's a small faint flicker of arcane energy within, like gems. And it kind of barely sparks enough to be a light. And you see signs like, it's like, oh, please let him go. It's family. He's not hurting me. Like, let him go, let him go, let it go. And you finally just feel it like the rusted joints open up in the metallic gauntleted hand and let your arm go. And it kind of just and like slumps to the side a bit. And you see its power kind of goes back down. So he's like, it's like, are you okay? And just kind of signs to you.
I'm fine. Like it.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
Okay. And just kind of nods with a little bit of worry and is like, what brings you in?
I'm just getting a sword worked on, but I wanted to say hi. I'm signing as well.
Yeah.
Clumsily, but signing.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, cool. All right, I'll probably be home late if you're gonna be home. And then like stops and is like, looks at your face and is like, what happened to your eye?
Ashkeeper stuff.
Just gives you like the prolonged okay? Are you okay?
No, but it's fine.
Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Okay, well, when you do, you know where to find me. Does Mom know?
No.
It's like, oh.
That's going to be fun. That is going to be a fun conversation.
Kinda
it's
walk-
going to be a funner conversation.
Kind of like stands up and like walks over to you and pats you on the shoulder. It's like, it's been nice knowing you.
Oh, no, that's just Ma. Imagine when Mama finds out.
Yeah, and just kind of like dread stare, looks over.
1,000-yard stare.
You see Gremlin is arguing with the sword in the background and catches that out of his ear. And he's just like, oh, you're fucked.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
And yeah, you see Omar just like, well, thanks for checking in. And, you know, don't hesitate to check in with me.
I'll see you soon. And I
Yeah.
cautiously this time looking at the thing like ruffle his hair.
Yeah. You see that most of the power has been like depleted from it and it does not react in proximity. So yeah. And you take your leave of the workshop.
And I think I'll probably head to the tavern for like coffee or something.
Cool. Tavern. Okay. So we got tavern. You were already at the tavern. What are you doing at the tavern?
Drinking.
Drinking. Constitution saving throw. Are you drinking strong stuff or just, you
Just
know,
ale.
casual
Casual.
stuff? Okay, so we'll DC 10. No, 8. This is some light stuff. Get you a buzz, but like, you know.
Wait, it's a con save?
It's a con save. Wait, what was it?
Is it a nat 1? 2?
No.
Oh.
But it's a con save.
It is a con save. And it wasn't a critical.
Yeah, I think if my math is right, and remember, you might just barely.
I failed.
Bill?
So you are considered
But 7.
poisoned and you are intoxicated.
Did you get a 7?
I got a 7.
So you are drunk once again after you kind of go through a round or two by
Hair of the
yourself.
dog did not. Okay.
You probably just only had coffee this morning.
Yeah. I did
Yeah.
have a 7 dog.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting drunk at the bar, like
Mhm.
I've got my sending stone in one hand, and I'm just like rolling it on the bar and drinking with my other hand. And apparently I'm intoxicated.
So I think I walk in, see you, and then
Yep.
approach you like, Adora, how are you?
Oh shit!
Insight. Or would it be like perception? Can I tell she's drunk?
No, yeah, you could tell. This is a passive thing. It's no check required.
Oh, have you been drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Is that wise to do after getting a tattoo?
I just had this 4 ales.
4.
Well, one was small.
Who you cleaning your bar?
And yes, there's 4 cups now, so yes.
Would you like a
what
drink?
did you ask me?
Well, how are you? But you seem fine. Would you like a drinking buddy?
Sure.
And then I sit down and I also order an ale.
Cool.
I like
Yeah,
hand
you
you one of
see,
my empty cups.
You see who's working the bar today is a half-elven male individual by the name of Mace. He is also a shopkeeper who works at the general goods store. So he seems to be covering somebody's shoes, whoever would be running the bar. But you see the large keg construct kind of sitting in the corner, and he is filling up drinks for various people. And you see he kind of comes over and
Like, right. What would you like to drink?
Same as her.
All right.
and goes over and like fills up an ale, slides it over, and goes and fills up a water for you and slides it over to you, and hopes you don't notice. You get the passive insight from Mace is that Adora is cut off.
It's true.
Do I know this?
Go ahead and make this will be a perception check at disadvantage because you're poisoned. What did you get?
I rolled a 19 and a 20. So
You're drunk, but you're not that drunk. You realize it's water.
I'm gonna drink it like, but knowing why I probably have water instead of ale, I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm good.
You drink it. You see Mace just like nods. Looks back, gets you your ale. So if you're gonna drink, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
17.
17. Yeah. You know, even if you're going a few rounds in, you're feeling good, getting a good buzz. Nothing extreme and not quite totally intoxicated.
I think as I'm drinking and like my water, and I've been drinking all morning apparently, or all the day that I've after the blacksmith. Because there's just like sadness. Like you can't place it, but I'm not as like calm and peaceful as I know.
Are you okay?
You know, I'm not. I don't think I am.
Would you like to talk about it?
No.
Would you like to talk to the air about it and I just sit here?
I don't think I can talk about it at all, really. Then I take another drink of my water as if it's ale.
I won't say I know what is going on, but for whatever it's worth, I don't think that you are in this alone.
I pause for a long moment, as if I'm watching something happen behind my eyes. And I look at you, and there's tears there, but they're not falling, they're just barely there. I don't think you can understand.
No, maybe not, but doesn't mean that you have to go through it alone.
Right. Like, I kind of like shake my head and like step back into myself. You're right. I'm not alone here.
I don't mean like just physically.
I know. Thanks. I'll go back to drinking my wine.
While y'all are having this conversation, you hear a rowdy bunch kind of come in, kicking their way through. They kind of just, this is another friend group that's in the grove, but they're just kind of known as the pack because they are all lycanthropes. There is, you see Keegan, who is a tiefling, kind of walks his way in carrying one of their buddies, Lyle, who is a human. You see Tala, who is a female drow, and Kiba, who is a male Goliath, followed by Ulva, who is a half orc, who's actually one of the half orcs that was being tattooed earlier. She's getting her back tattooed, and they all are kind of coming in, admiring the new tattoo, and they're all like howling and a rowdy bunch, and they're like roughhousing, and they come in and order drinks, and Mace kind of begins pouring them drinks, and they take account of you all, but kind of keep to themselves. They're kind of like an Outlander-esque, outcastish group from the Grove, but they operate within the Grove and are known to help out. And, you know, they don't keep it a secret that they're of their gift / curse, you know. But yeah, they're a rowdy bunch. They kind of come through and trudge in a bunch of mud and snow and rowdiness. And yeah, y'all are just kind of left to your drinks and kind of simmer with that post-conversation thought of everything. I say eventually, Tom, you finish your help with Lee, and Lee finishes the commissions that you have requested before the day's end.
Yeah. Where you are, wraps him up and
He just looks at you with a smile. He's like, years and years of practice, my friend. If you should need anything else, you know where to find me.
Yeah, you're practicing. Well, I pay you. I pay you.
He just smiles with a nod. Thank you for your business. And congratulations again.
And Tom will head to a tattoo appointment.
Cool. Yeah.
As I'm finishing up, I asked Ronnie, I was like, what got you into tattooing?
She just kind of like mulls it over in her mind and kind of smiles at you. She's like, I've always been fairly, artistic. I always liked sketching and painting, and just something about the permanent body art called to me. I really liked it and practiced it for a very, very long time, and it just kind of stuck, pun not intended. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool to leave my mark on other people and see it out there and bring in new customers and allow them to express themselves through my art and, help me to better express others through it too and represent, visibly on them, like what they want to show or what stories they want to tell. So, it's kind of a not exact answer to your question, but,
If you ever need help, is it cool if I come and do that?
Oh, yeah, certainly. Yeah. Shay comes by sometimes and she'll practice some stuff. And, there's some others who kind of pop in on occasion who try to learn. But yeah, my door's always open. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And then I think right about that time, you arrive for your tattoo and you're set loose and good to go.
While they're talking.
Yeah. Okay.
Did Vivian have her stuff, like her archery stuff with her?
Yeah.
Cool. So they're busy talking. Chunk's gonna go over where he sees. Sorry. He's gonna go over where her stuff is.
Okay.
And he's gonna pull his bag and pull out the new quiver and swap the arrows from her old quiver into a new quiver. Try to get it.
Okay.
And get whoop and Go and look like you didn't do anything.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand or stealth check for me. And then this will be against your passive
Yeah,
perception
which is a 10. Oh.
Oh, she's really opposite. 24.
Damn, yeah, nobody in the
Son of a
parlor.
bitch.
Nobody in the parlor notices. But yeah, you swap it out, and then you come over, and Ronnie looks at you and finishes the conversation with you.
And when she goes to get her stuff, she's just looking at it.
So imagine,
So yeah, what does it look like?
like, because it was a green drink and a blue drink, and half of it is like split down, like half of it's like green scale, and the other half is blue scale.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did anyone wait? This isn't mine.
Ronnie looks over, confused. You see the Kenku looks over, also confused. And
Is this anyone's?
you see they all just kind of shake their head.
That's your little infamy on right there on an arrow.
Can I insight?
Yeah, go ahead, make an insight check.
It's a straight roll because my rolls are shit.
Good.
I'm not. Decent.
8.
16.
16.
Okay. It's a cunning fae. It's kind of tough to read him, but fits nice, and it's nice. It's handcrafted. Yeah.
Wow.
It does have your arrows
sneaky
in it.
bitch! Does she recognize the leather that was
The scales?
the scales that were given forward?
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
does
from
recognize-
earlier. Yeah, you do
You
recognize
sneaky
that.
bitch! Thanks.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
You're gifted that and walk out of the parlor with a smile and your new tattoo, and then you are set in the chair, and Ronnie gives you the same questions of the design, the color, any personalization.
Or want you kind of like a toasted tattoo, like not work
Yeah.
version. But you also want you to look like it's carved into them.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Sick.
It's kind of metal. I like it. Nice. She's like, oh yeah, definitely, absolutely. And like does the whole thing, gives a schematic, kind of puts it on, lets you check it out, see if you like it. It's really damn close to what you were asking for. Like the magical manifesting of it as a mental piece makes it so cool to see actualized, and yeah, you get
And passes out in the chair while she's working.
yeah, falls asleep. Yeah, you're exhausted from earlier. And yeah, she just continues working, no issue, and hammers it out in the last hour there as you were finished up. But the two of you are at the tavern. Where are you going after the parlor?
Her parents' old house.
Yeah.
I think packing up a few things just to keep with her now.
Okay.
Sentimental. And yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so you're doing that. The both of you are at the tavern drinking. Eventually you finish up in the chair and you're cut free and you enjoy the tattoo and it looks great. What ability scores do you each increase by 1?
I put it to my strength, and I'm just at straight 20.
20, okay, cool. So it was a 19 and now it's a 20? Cool, okay. Where did you put your +1?
Also strength, so I can give myself a 0.
Okay, so it was a 9 with a -1 to a 10, which is +0.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Constitution.
Constitution, which was a 19, now 20. Epic. Okay, Adora, where did you put your ability score?
Also strength, so I'm 20.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Yeah, you all have your new tattoos. The day, I'd say, at this point is coming to a close as you all, finish your drinks, maybe gather for another meal. And is there anything else anyone would like to do before you all take a night's rest and then we start a new day?
First, once you grab the Kusarigamas.
Yes, the Kusarigamas, which, yes, are
Do I know how long it's going to take for us to
first to have on. Yeah, and that was the other thing. Yes, thank you. Glad you remembered. Estaban. Okay. So you think it's good to check in like before the night, like as evening is set in. Surigama silver, no issue. They look great. Get handed back to you. the a stab on. So you go to Gremlin, like kind of leaving the tavern, and you open the door to the shop and you just hear goblin profanity. He's just fucking off his rocker. You see like what little tufts of hair growing on his head that are left that weren't scorched off are just frazzled, and his goggles are like oblong, and he's just fucking out of his mind, like just running around throwing shit. And you see a stab on is just kind of like up on a center thing, like on an anvil. And you see the other sword is there, and the other sword is like melted. It's like liquefied, and there's dripping metal that's now hardened, and you honestly can't even tell. Like there's troughs of water that are just billowing steam, and there's just a bunch of shit that's going on in his workshop that you can't really explain other than it's just something magical is happening. And as you walk in, he's like, "You're here, thank the gods. Get that fucking thing out of here, please. It's ruining everything." And you see like what looks like one of the buckets nearby, a stab on that's metal, like a metal bucket, is like crushed by nothing, and then is like folds back up like normal, and then rusts really intently. And then you see like gets polished, almost pure, like a different metal all of a sudden, and then it's crushed again. And there's just random shit going on. He's like, "I've been fighting with him the whole time you've been gone. He will not accept any tampering or tinkering. He wants it to be a taser sword, but that shit can't happen. That thing, I don't know what. I've worked with shit a long time, okay? And I come from a plane of high magic, right? Ravnica's a cool place. And the guild I work with, we tinker with a lot of things.
Right.
It's a sword,
Uh-huh.
but it ain't just any sword, okay? What I can tell you, okay, so here's the bad. You want the bad news or the good news?
Start with the bad news.
Okay, the bad news is he's not a taser sword, and I give you back half of your money.
Oh.
Sorry, I fucking tried.
Okay.
The good news is he's magical. He, I don't know. Respectfully, sword person Esteban. He is magical, so there's stuff there. It's just, I guess, dormant. So you have to awaken it or something. He's talking about doing things and being a hero and killing enemies and being awesome, so go do that is my recommendation. My professional opinion is go fucking do the things, and I guess he'll just gift you with magic.
Okay.
He won't accept any other. I guess it's not worthy enough. And he looks over at the sword, and you can't hear a stab on, but you see the blade is like humming with arcane energy. Like you can only imagine like what a stab on would be saying if anyone was holding him right now. Okay.
I very gently grab him like, "You've been magical this entire time."
I'm a talking sword! What do you mean?
Besides
Only
that,
the brightest.
Well, my powers aren't just any willy-nilly who picks me up. You have to earn. As soon as we met, I told you have to earn me. You have to earn me.
I am dinner first.
want me to woo the sword?
Like we're mates, right? Like we're pals. But so far we've just walked around this forest and talked to people, and yes, we killed some things, but then we stopped. And now you're just walking around talking to more people. I think, and you know, I'm not impatient. I've been around a very long time. I hope you're not in a rush, but I think in time it will come. I will gift you boons in time. Boons. You just have to earn them.
What is a boon?
It's a magical gift of badassery. Badassery, aye. Echo.
I can do that.
I should echo.
I look forward to it. I think it's a beginning of
I
a
am
beautiful
disappointed.
partnership.
I do as well, but I am disappointed you won't be a taser sword. That would have been cool.
I know. Honestly, I was trying to make it happen, and I think it's just a magical thing. I don't even know how my own magic works sometimes. So I am a sword. So, you know, the goblin did his best, and he blew a few, what are those round
Did he sharpen
thingies.
Did he like sharpen him up?
He's sharpened up, yeah.
Okay.
You know, he's cleaned up and looks pristine like a brand new blade in its prime, yeah. But other than that, there's no additional like magics or anything. So yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Cool. You look outside and you see Buckler out there with a branch in his mouth crying to come inside. Yeah.
I go outside and I immediately like take the branch
Mm-hmm.
and just
Go ahead and make an athletics check for me. As you toss the branch.
10.
10. Yeah, you hook it a good distance and you see Buckler takes off after it and goes to chase it down and goes and finds an even larger stick, but like can't move it. So he's just like, he's like pulling this like part of a dead tree and is like trying to pull it out in the thing. And you see a bunch of other people going about the grove just smile and laugh as passing by. But yeah, cool. Buckler's a perfect Milo stand.
Yes.
Cool. Anything else?
I messaged you on Discord.
Oh, you
she
did?
did. Okay.
Oh,
Keep your secrets then.
Keep your
Come
secrets.
be my emotional support. Come be your emotional support.
We'll say later. I gotta
No, I don't
do some
think-
prep on that.
anything left to do?
Cool. Okay. Well, let me just double check.
Guys, this set looks so dope.
It's so
It
good.
really does.
It's very impressive.
Freaking impressed.
But yeah. With that, I'll wrap up episode 15, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for playing. We'll resume next time with episode 16.
16.
16. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see y'all in the next episode.
Thank you.
GG's. Night, everybody.
Bye.